Hello students, I am Sharat Kumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce. In this session, let us see the major players in the environment. Economic growth of a society depends on the prevailing business environment, and the environment of the business is determined by the role played by major players. So when it comes to business environment, there are a lot of players who play a major role in the economic growth of the society. The important or the key or the major players in the environment include customers, workers and unions, government and political parties, suppliers, intermediaries, publics, competitors, trade associations, financial institutions, and there are some other entities who play a key role in the environment in a country. Now, let us discuss all these key players or major players one by one in this video. The first and the foremost important player in the environment is the customers. A business exists to create and satisfy customers. Without customers, there is no business. So, a firm may have different types of customers like individuals, households, government departments, commercial establishments, etc. For example, the customers of a paper company may include students, teachers, educational institutions, business firms, etc. So, with the opening up of markets, the customer is becoming more global. In order to be successful, a company must understand and meet the needs and expectations of its customers. The next major player in the environment is the workers and their unions. A firm's relations with the workers and trade union have a great significant impact on its functioning and the performance. Companies' work environment and the industrial relations system must be conducive to efficient functioning. According to Philip Kotler, companies must put their primary energy into effectively managing their relationships with their customers, distributors, and suppliers. Their overall success will be affected by how other publics in the society view their activity. So, the companies would be wise to spend time monitoring all their public, understanding their needs and opinions, and dealing with them constructively. So, workers and unions are the uh, players who will be playing a major role in the environmental uh, factors. The next major player is the government and the political parties. Government plays an important role in promoting conducive business environment. Monetary, fiscal, trade and investment policies are decided in the parliament. So the role of ruling and opposition parties are very much important in this in deciding these policies. So the political stability, structure of military and the police force, election system, law and order situation, president's rule, foreign infiltrations, secessionist activities, etc. also influences the business environment. So, government and the political parties are also play a major role in the environment. The next key player in the environment are the suppliers. Suppliers refers to the people or the groups who supply raw materials and components to the company. So, the reliable sources of supply enable a company to carry out uninterrupted operations. Suppliers also influence quality levels and costs of manufacturing. A strike or any other production problem of the supplier may cause interruptions in manufacturing. So, it is advisable to develop and sustain multiple sources of supply. So I can give you an example of Maruti Suzuki. They undertake vendor development to ensure timely and regular supply of materials and parts. So the companies must have a cordial relationship with their customers in order to ensure timely and regular supply of materials which will enhance the productivity of the company. The next major player in the environment is the intermediaries. Marketing intermediaries usually help a company in promoting, selling, distributing their products to consumers. Middlemen like agents, wholesalers, and retailers serve as a link between the company and its customers. There are also the transportation firms and the warehouses. They will assist in physical distribution of products. Advertising agencies, marketing research agencies, and the insurance companies are other types of marketing intermediaries. So, countrywide retail distribution network has contributed significantly to the success of companies like HUL and Dabur India. The next major player is the public. Media groups, environmentalists, NGOs, consumer associations, and local community are the examples of general publics. They can have both positive as well as negative impact on a business firm. For example, when it comes to media groups, they can be used to disseminate useful information. A company can cooperate with local people to improve its image as well as to provide some benefits to the people. These NGOs often organize protests against firms suspected of being guilty for child labor, cruelty against animals, and damage to nature. For example, one of the leading companies in India was attacked by media for writing advertisements on rocks near a famous hill station. So, such activities of publics can tarnish the image of the business. So, as I said now, these media groups can be, or the publics can have positive as well as negative impact on the functioning of a business. The next major player in the environment is the competitors of the business. A company may have both direct and indirect competitors. So we can classify the competitors as direct as well as indirect competitors. Direct competitors are those uh, which offer the same or similar products and services. For example, Sony TV faces direct competition from other brands like Sony, Samsung, Onida, Videocon, BBL, etc. Whereas indirect competition comes from firms vying for discretionary income. For example, a cinema house faces indirect competition from casino and other marketing entertainment. Other firms are marketing and entertainment. So, due to the economic liberalization and globalization, Indian companies are now facing competition from both domestic firms and multinational corporations. So, in order to understand the full range of competition, a company must look from buyer's viewpoint. So, that is very much important to survive in the market. Now, let us see some of the other entities. Players in the general environment of a business in a particular locality helps business to grow. So they play an important role in availing better infrastructure and other facilities. So there are some players in the general environment. They are also the important players in the environment. Next major player is the trade associations. Associations which are formed by business communities to protect and further their business interest. For example, CII, SOCHAM, etc. Trade associations make common representation to government to get necessary facilities. They also play an important role in influencing economic policies of the government. So, trade associations will also play major role in the environment of the business. The last and important major player in the environment are the financiers. Finance is considered to be the lifeblood of the business. The shareholders, financial institutions, debenture holders, and banks provide finance to a company. Financial capacity, policies, and attitudes of financiers are important factors for any company. For example, The company cannot raise funds through shares if the financiers are not risk taking. So, uh, these are the important players in the environment.